I'm at the point in my life where none of this stuff shocks me anymore. It really don't. It really don't. I mean, the people that aren't even original people of a land is trying to put the indigenous out and deport them and think they got the right to make these kind of rulings in their court. Oh man, you can't make this up. But y'all, we gonna have to continue to put up with this shit until change finally happen. And those changes are on the way. You know, these folks have been taking an awful lot of L's all over the world. Big old L's. So this is Time Magazine, February 11th, 2020. Australia can't deport Indigenous Aboriginal people, court rules. So, in order for them to come up with this ruling, somebody was trying to make the attempt. Australia's highest court ruled Tuesday the government can't deport Aboriginal people as part of its policy of ridding the country of foreign criminals. Well, they're not foreign. They're not foreign. The High Court ruled in a 4-3 decision that Indigenous Australians cannot be deported even if they do not hold Australian citizenship. Why would you deny the Aborigines Australian citizenship? They should have it more than any of you. Okay. Woo. It is painful getting through these stories. The court had heard the case of two men who were born overseas but identified as being from indigenous tribes. The government attempted to deport them after they served prison sentences for violent crimes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, they go overboard jailing the Aborigines just like they go overboard jailing us in America. They're over policed and targeted just like we are here in America. And then they come out in both of these countries telling you, oh, these folks are so violent. And they know damn well they rigged up the whole system against us here and in Australia. Get out of here with that crap. The government has been criticized for deporting some criminals who had lived in Australia since they were children but had never become citizens. They shouldn't be deporting anybody attached to an Aborigine tribe from that country. Shoot, I think the world would probably cheer if y'all would deport yourselves out of there. Everybody would stand up and cheer. The court found that Brendan Toms, 31, who was born in New Zealand to an Indigenous Australian mother, was an Aboriginal Australian. So I guess if you have at least one Indigenous parent, then that also makes you a citizen. The court found that Toms had lived in Australia since he was 6 and is accepted as a member of the Gungari tribe and is recognized as a native title holder of their traditional land. But a majority of judges was not convinced that Daniel Love, 40, was Indigenous and was accepted as a member of the Kamilari tribe. He was born in Papua New Guinea to an Indigenous Australian father and has lived in Australia since he was 5. His lawyer said he will provide more evidence of his Aboriginal and another trial could be held to decide the issue. Both Love and Toms were placed in immigration detention and threatened with deportation on their release from prison after serving sentences for unrelated crimes. Love has had his visa restored since his lawyers initiated court action and lives on the Gold Coast. Toms have been in immigration detention in Brisbane for the 16 months since he completed a 6-month prison sentence. Their lawyer, Claire Gibbs, demanded that Toms be immediately released. He's very anxious to be released and to be reunited with his family after all this time, Gibbs said outside court. I mean, this just blows my mind that they steal a land. You know, they threw their prison colony, in this case, over in Australia, but you still rob these Aboriginal people out of their land. And then you're going to set up a court to determine whether they should be deported or not? And it says they have deported some of these Aboriginal people? Are you out of your damn mind? Whew, man, these people are too much. The high courts have found that Aboriginal Australians, they have a protected, so I guess they have a protection from being deported. So I guess they have somewhat of a protection status there. They should. Nobody else there should be. They can no longer be removed from the country that they know and that they have a very close connection with, she added. So no longer. So that means at one time they were deporting the Aborigines. Oh my. Woo, these people ain't no damn good. They are no good. There's no taking a rotten apple and making it ripe again. You just can't do it. The Home Affairs Department did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Gibbs said both Love and Toms would sue the government for wrongful detention. Both of my clients have suffered severe embarrassment about being Aboriginal men in immigration detention. Well, why are they there? And they've been subject to a lot of ridicule, Gibbs said. So it's been a very, very tough time for both of them. The court found Aboriginal Australian have a special cultural, historic, and spiritual connection to Australia, which is inconsistent with them being considered aliens in the meaning of the Australian Constitution. Indigenous Australians make up 3% of the population and are the most disadvantaged minority group in a range of measures. And plus, they're jailed more than everyone else at 3%. Indigenous Australians die younger than other Australians and are overrepresented in prisons. Exactly. They do the same thing to them that they do to us in America. So as you can see, the entire earth is anti-Black. Wherever these folks are, the location is anti-Black. I mean, just like we see in Canada, we see in South Africa. It's just, this is disgusting that they have deported the indigenous people of the land. These Johnny-come-latelys have done this to the indigenous people. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this story. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.